it's very unfortunate for all of those people that are Uber drivers or gig people altogether. And I'll tell you, it's been unfortunate that we're at this point with the coronavirus. And because of this, I'm going to be stuck in my man cave, my studio here for the duration. I'm putting myself under self quarantine like many others. And I welcome all of you that'll be hopefully enjoying, some of the content I put out here for this all together, because what else is we going to do, right? Anyway, how coronavirus recession could be fatal. I mean, not fatal, but really disastrous for Uber and Lyft drivers. Let's talk about that. LA Times reports, and by the way, I had to go and get this before the paywall came up, and I couldn't be able to, honestly, LA Times, newspapers, can you please drop your freaking paywall so we can actually look at the content so we don't have to go and worry about all this? It would be nice, right? Anyway, so in an increasingly uncertain economic and social environment brought on by the spread of the novel coronavirus, contingent and contract workers around the world are being forced to grapple with how to stay healthy while maintaining an income. Gig workers, we're talking about Postmates, DoorDash, Instacart, or ride-hail services like Uber and Lyft. Well, Uber and Lyft right now are hurt altogether, because I don't know many people that are actually doing the Uber and Lyft right now. I mean, I guess there still are, but at your own risk. Because you don't know who you're going to bring into your car or your vehicle. You just don't know. As for delivery, it's still a controlled environment. You're just picking it up from the place, probably from a drive-through window for all we know. So you're just grabbing the food, grabbing whatever delivery item it is, and taking it to somebody's place. So that is still deemed, kind of safe. So really, Postmates, DoorDash, Grubhub, I mean, those are the ones that are actually doing well. I mean, I guess they're doing anything at all, because people are going to probably go ahead and want to go ahead and get more items sent to them. Again, people don't want to go through the long lines of the drive-thrus now or to-go orders. They don't want to do all that right now. Some people are not going to do it. Some people are going to just be willing to do it because they're not willing to cook. And that's the one thing. There's certain things that if you're not used to being in a home, cleaning up after yourself, doing your laundry, cooking your own food, taking care of your own house. If you're not a homemaker, I mean, that's something you're supposed to be able to know if you have your own home. You should be able to know what to do around the house to clean, cook, iron, laundry, whatever you got to do. And the one thing is kind of sucking because, I like the extra income I was making off Uber and Lyft, and I don't have that right now. So I'm hoping I get some other things that'll come across the board, and I'll keep working on it. So I might put some things here on the videos, but I know the videos don't get as much play as other things do, but at least I'm trying now, giving some more effort to this, because what else are we going to do? I could just sit back here on a Friday night when I'd rather be going out to a movie tonight, but there's no movies to go see. I'm not going to spend $20 to go watch a movie. So my options are limited. And, I'm not going to just sit around and go ahead and just watch Netflix and whatever else I got on my Amazon Fire Stick over and over again. I can't do it. I know there's a lot of content to watch, but I'm not one of those couch potatoes that has to sit down and just do that. Because for me, I don't want to get stuck into a story and I can't keep up with it because I'm trying to do other things and multitask. For some of the shows you to watch on other channels, you have to be actually sitting in there, watching the story and watching it envelop. And I know there are great shows out there, but I need to have the attention span to do it. And that's something that's tough for me to do. I have more attention span doing podcasts and video episodes like this for when I'm not podcasting. It just makes more time for me, and I like doing them. Anyway, I would talk about this because it's affecting me as a part-time Uber driver. So there you go. With few labor protections or benefits afforded to them by the companies, the choice to stop working is preventative, may be untenable for those relying on companies for a large share income. So this is one of the things where the rise of the rideshare came from the 2008 recession. People obviously, and even, where things were with a slow return of the economy and money and the wages coming back, people were just really relying on secondary jobs. And now we're relying upon them because what else we had? Full-time is nice. I'm grateful for it. But I do like the fact of making additional income, and using my car as additional income was nice. Now, it's not going to be so bad because I'm not wasting gas on my car. I'm not going out to go grab food on a regular basis. I used to go out and go grab fast food or grab a cup of coffee or whatever. I'm not doing that right now. Everything is at my comfort of home for the time being, until maybe some things will get back to normalcy sooner rather than later, right? So now the on-demand economy made it hard to forecast, with previous shocks of the financial crash and 9/11 offering no guide. We don't know what's going to happen to the on-demand economy and how people are going to feel about that. How long will it take for things to get back up? But obviously, a gig economy is very important in terms of Hollywood, in terms of just people having a regular living. It's tough. So Wednesday, Lyft announced that they were going to temporarily halting adding new drivers hit hardest by the outbreak in order to strengthen earning opportunities for current drivers. And when the recession comes, the amount of people spending on conventions, businesses, and hotels, traveling and going out to eat, sort of doing all the things that we're calling an Uber or Lyft makes sense, drops very fast. And that's the point. Uber and Lyft drivers are going to be stuck because we don't have, for right now, those things that you would go ahead and use are not out there. The purpose of having an Uber or Lyft drive you around, it's not there. There's no airport rides to pick up. There's nobody coming in, like you said, for conventions or traveling. Nobody's traveling right now. Right now, a lot of cities are ghost towns. And it's just very local traffic, very local vibe going on, and that's about it. So nobody's really thinking about going unless you absolutely have to. So there's only so much out there, and that's it. And it's been like that for a couple of weeks, but I stopped 2 weeks ago from driving, and I was doing okay with money, but now I know it's going to take time for all that to come back. At the moment, 70% of the economy is based on consumer confidence, and as everyone retrenches, you're going to see a downsizing of discretionary spending. And the ones that will be hit will be Uber, Lyft, and the Airbnbs. They say they're going to collapse because the entire travel industry is going to be affected, and it's going to take some time for all that to start coming back. And unfortunately, the IPO prices, the market crash we had, the shares were trading below the IPO. So right now, are they going to be able to survive what's going on here is the other problem. Well, that's another you have to consider. So it's going to be tough. Decline and rise make it difficult. And at the moment, we're going to see what's going to have to happen here. But it's in a tough spot when you're looking at this. Now, one thing they also say is that they're going to prevent Lyft and Uber. I think they're going to be providing. Also, Lyft is going to be providing funds to drivers that should be diagnosed with COVID-19 or put under individual quarantine by a public health agency and waive any applicable rental fees. That's really nice of them. Actually, that's commendable. But again, there's not much they can do. This is a gig economy. They're not going to be able to provide any assistance after what they do right now. No money coming into them. No money they can get back to the drivers. That's what they're stuck at. I think Uber Eats probably might still be holding on. I guess they're going to just have to rely on that to be able to make the kind of income they need to make so they can sustain. And what they did for Uber Eats was they dropped the whole thing with food deliveries, dropping the fees, which used to be up to $5.99, I think it was. They dropped it, which is good. Give people a chance to try the app. If they get used to it, they get accustomed to getting deliveries, then maybe that's going to go and be a comeback. So when I get back to Uber, I might start getting more deliveries than I do rides. That could be happening too. But most importantly, what will bring this back, and this is where Uber and Lyft drivers have to have hope, is that travel and tourism will come back wherever you are. It's going to come back. It's just a matter of finding ways to go ahead and just hopefully see what happens. What's going to go ahead and, work out for everybody else out there. I don't know. It's going to be tough. And people want me looking for online work. They're going to find other ways to find income. I know for me, I'm going to try to come work on my websites and try to do some things to work things back up. So let's just hope for the best, folks.